This is the largest species of woodpecker in the United States. But before that, for those of you who are new, this is a forest in eastern Pennsylvania called Woodland World, and it is home to many plant species. Plants like golden seals, which are hard to find now because they were once used for medicine. And of course, there are birds like these American robins. Right now, their children are at the age where they are beginning to explore the world beyond the nest. A good distance away, there is a rotten log full of shellbugs, which are more closely related to crabs than insects, and are not native to North America. This flower is getting pollinated by a bumblebee, and on this fleabane species of some kind is a katydid nymph. And on a leaf is a hobomock skipper. It is the first day of June, and the heat makes it feel like summer even though it is still spring, but anyway, above us is a mourning dove. These birds are pretty widespread and can be found from Panama to southern Canada. Meanwhile, underground is a beetle in this genus. Nearby is an ant colony. Above the ground is one of the most beautiful flies that can be found here, a golden-backed snipe fly. On a log is an insect in this genus. It is early in the morning, and up in the trees is a gray catbird, which is probably the most common bird species in this forest. Over here is a bird that is a lot harder to find, a hairy woodpecker. They spend most of their time climbing up tree trunks, and can be found from Alaska to Nicaragua. However, in Central America, they can only be found on mountains. On a dead tree nearby, another bird has landed, a tufted titmouse. They are an eastern species and can be found no further west than Oklahoma and can be found as far north as southern Canada. This is one of 5 species of titmice in North America, and they are part of a larger family that also includes chickadees. Below the ground is what is likely a gold and brown rove beetle, which is often a sign of an undisturbed forest. On a leaf is a wasp in this genus, and there are some more bumblebees on the Virginia rose. This dragonfly is called an eastern pondhawk, and here is another hairy woodpecker. Further up the hill is a little bird called an ovenbird, and in its mouth is what appears to be a spider, which reminds me these birds eat mostly little invertebrates. They winter in South America, Central America, the Caribbean, and even Florida. In the summer, they fly up to North America and only breed east of the Rocky Mountains, as far north as the southern part of the Northwest Territories, and as far south as northern Alabama. Also, they only breed in mature forests. Up here is a baby woodpecker of some kind. That insect is a moth, which is in this genus. Ovenbirds have a coloration that makes them look like a thrush, but they are actually not one, but a warbler. Although they are an unusual species of warbler, because most warblers spend their time up in the canopy and rarely come to the ground, but ovenbirds spend a lot of their time near or on the ground. In fact, they even nest on the ground, and they find most of their food in leaf litter. This forest is not safe. There is a predator waiting for someone to kill, an assassin bug, and it is probably this species. They eat with their proboscis, which they stab into living insects and suck their guts out. Now, a less disturbing fact about assassin bugs is they are actually true bugs. On a rock is a primitive insect called a bristletail. Mourning doves like somewhat open areas and spend a good amount of their time on the ground. In fact, further west they often nest on the ground. On the ground is a social wasp, a yellow jacket, more specifically, an eastern yellow jacket. Their diet consists of mainly other insects, and unlike honeybees, they have the ability to sting more than once. Something about the forest doesn't look right. That's because of all the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. The smoke created poor air quality, and it could be seen across a lot of the eastern United States. At one point, it even went to Europe. It is no wonder that 2023 had Canada's worst recorded wildfire season. Also, this is what the sun looks like right now. Today, the smoke has cleared, and in a bush is a male scarlet tanager. These birds like tall and large forests, but if you want to hear more about them, then watch this video. To the right is a white-breasted nuthatch, and to the left is a red-bellied woodpecker. Meanwhile, the ground is covered in plants, some of which are in bloom. Now, this is the bird we have all been waiting for, the pileated woodpecker, which is probably the biggest species of woodpecker in North America because unfortunately, the larger ivory-billed and imperial woodpecker are almost definitely extinct. Dead trees like this one are actually very important to these birds because they almost always nest in them, plus a lot of their food lives in dead trees too. Here is yet another gray catbird, and it appears to be cleaning itself. Meanwhile, up here is a ruby-throated hummingbird. We'll see more of them in a future video. Over here is a male eastern towhee, and thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Also, have a great day.